Good evening, truck and tractor pull fans. Guess what we did this weekend? We went truck and tractor pulling, man. Fun, Kendra.
Super exciting. Super
Yeah,
great night.
a whole lot of excitement up your way.
Oh my God.
Stay tuned; you'll find out
Yeah.
more about that. We don't no guests tonight. You'll just have to put up with Kendra Club
Just
Kendra,
us.
Club Kendra, and myself. But we got a lot of results to go over. And probably some we missed. We apologize. After it's all said and done, we get all that wrapped up. We'll go on. We got some information from Delta, the Buck, Kempton, and I'm just going to come right out now and say it. We have our first 2021 cancellation. East Coast Pro Pooling.
Boo.
Unfortunately, East Coast Pro Pooling, the May 29th show at Boonsboro, Maryland, has been canceled. It's concerned about their limitation of people that's there allowed there for that show's usually really big. It's Memorial Day show. It's really big. So that's all I have to say. We're canceled. Okay. Hopefully we'll be back there. I don't have my glasses on. July 10th.
So it's usually right after July 4th.
Yep, July 10th. Hopefully we'll be back in Boonsboro and having fun. So we hope. I'm getting feedback. You getting any feedback or?
Nope, just you.
This computer, I'm telling you. I haven't posted a video yet tonight, guys and gals. I was actually working on that right before the show. But this computer decided to go in maximum slow drive. So I canceled that, and when the show's over, I will get something posted later tonight. So, but yeah, it was really good to get out and see some familiar faces. Some of them I haven't seen since 2019, and I did get to see several from 2020. But yeah, it was great. We had a lot of fun. Pretty much no hiccups on our part, thankfully, and got some great video footage out there so far. A couple of classes we posted from Greensboro.
I've seen the Hot Farm class already posted.
Hot Farms.
That was a really good class. Yep.
The diesel trucks are also posted, and the limited pro stock semis are posted as well. So we'll do others later, but we also had a nice event Sunday. I was pretty tired when I got home Sunday evening. And just the pollen has been kicking me. I never used to bother me, but
it is especially bad this year.
I'm telling you, this year it's kicking my butt. So, but we had a nice show Sunday at Tuckahoe Steam and Gas Showgrounds in Eastern Maryland with the I'm just going to call them all the popular Hollywood Delmarva tractor pullers. So, especially Hot Dog. I'm going to start calling him Hot Dog, but he was sporting his new hot rod Sunday. But he's a good guy, and I was happy to see him get his tractor. It was very nice. The Super MTA. It's Richard McIntyre. But they had some other bad luck, but we'll get into that later. I'm going to go ahead and you have anything to open with, Kendra?
No, we'll just start talking about events back then. Or back then. Oh, I have lots to talk about, but I'll wait my turn.
Okay. Well, we're going to split it up because I don't. If I talk, I'm going to be talking for 40 minutes. So
yeah.
But we'll go ahead and get started with the Greensboro, Maryland event. Stellar crowd, probably the best crowd they've ever had there, and that's indication. I think all places, all promoters are going to have huge crowds. I believe, at least.
I know we did at Boonsboro. Biggest crowd in Interstate Pool, besides the county fair, has had there in years.
Yeah, people are itching. They're coming out and having fun, and I know the fire chief down there at Greensboro, Maryland was. If he'd have kept up his bet, but I'm glad he didn't. But they did really well, and I was happy to see it. It was just a good evening. But anyway, 5 classes were on hand. We'll go ahead and get the rundown of the results. The largest class actually kicked off the night, the 10.5 466 Hot Farm tractors. And let me tell you what, a tractor that I knew was getting better and better. I'm getting terrible feedback here.
I got nothing. Okay, I can hear you,
Yeah.
But I've got no feedback.
Okay. But Doug Heyman with that Bulls binder, man, laid down a monster pass at 353.49 to win the hot farm class. And I mean, that tractor is going to be tough to run with this year if they keep that up. Second place was Nick Morrison at 339.18 with the Toxic International. Third was Ray Norris with the Pack and Heat John Deere, 327.17. Fourth was Mike Moreland with the Digging Deep International at 324.79. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 was Jeff King with the High Cotton International at 319.35. 6 was Paul Richardson with the Venomous Alice Chalmers at 317.83. Next would be was Howard Meredith with the Junkyard Dog at 308.84. Stephen Hall, who's not a regular with us but does hook with us a couple times a year with the Holland Harvester at 259.41. Ike Riggs with a tractor he's been wrenching on for the last couple 3 years, I guess. It's a Cummins 8.3 and a white. He was at 124.75. Kurt Collins having some issues with the Cornfield Cadillac at 124.57. And the new guy on the block, Alan Lynch, with the John Deere called Betting on Green. He's having some clutch use issues. We'll leave it at that. I think they're going to get ready to do some changes on that for him. And he was 63.17. He's a big boy in a tractor that was built,
not for a big boy.
Was set up for Bobby Setup. It's the old family affair tractor.
Okay.
And so when they get that ironed out, I know that's going to be a good tractor. And Alan's been around pulling for many years, pulling stocks and stuff like that. So it's a few more times in the seat. It's going to be making some good passes. The second class, and by the way, Lynn Clark, hi. They're always in here like they're the first ones. And I see we got the Kendra fan club checking in.
I was going to say hi to the fan club.
Yep. So.
And Clark, yes, we can see your comments. Well, we can on our end. I'm assuming that means everybody else can.
Yes.
I'm keeping up with the comments. Don't worry. You just keep talking.
Yes, the boss. Next up was our 20,000 pound limited pro stock semi. They were originally a 22,000 pound class, but this year they dropped 2,000 pounds and we're at 20. And Dave Greet with the pressure time, Peterbilt, took the win at 308.83. Second was I did that to you, Robert. Robert Ortlip was second with the Inconvenience Freightliner at 290.70. Third was Gage Reese with the last minute Peterbilt at 274.21. Fourth was Hank Oster with the Scrapper at 274.05. Don't panic. Hank had turbo issues and some other things going on. Everything will be okay. Trust me.
So he'll get her figured out.
Next time we see the yellow streak come down the track, that's just what it'll be.
Yeah.
And Frank Fleming with the Old Mule, which is, I believe, a GMC. Interesting setup. 180.40. And actually, Tony Denton, who's an exhibition run, his truck is almost up to snuff with everything to be a regular in a class. He's down on horsepower, obviously. But his truck's called Nonsense. It's a Kenworth with KTA Cummins at 226.38. Now, you talk about Tony because Tony lives right across the street from the Mason-Dixon Fairgrounds here in Delta. So
okay.
I've known his dad for many years, and Tony his dad played with old Mopar cars, and Tony plays with the big boys. It's a big truck still. But it's got a nice looking hot rod and older Kenworth. It's pretty cool. And hopefully he hooks some more with us. And but it's underpowered, but that's okay. Yeah. It's making power.
We'll get there.
Look what when you're pulling against what he's pulling against. But that's okay, Tony. We hope you come back. So next up was the 6,200 pound two-wheel drive trucks, modified two-wheel drive trucks, and not skipping a beat, Crystal Wilson with her Dirty Money took the win at 348.11. And second was her son Darren Wilson with their newest truck called Dirty Money. And that's a Chevy Colorado body, no paint work yet or no wrap or anything like that yet. And it's at 337.79. Third, Reserve Clark with the Taz toy at 330 and 84. Fourth, Clarence Tipton with the Tipton's Toy Ford at 314 and 34. Fifth would be Trent Best with the Best Bet at 98 feet, .29. And unfortunately, Buck Tipton, we'll call him, Clarence's son, Buck, with the Wild and Blue Sea Cab. Was 311.14, but unfortunately went out of bounds. So
that's rough.
Yeah, but it's good, good strong class of trucks.
Yeah,
Trent,
sounds like it.
Trent's probably been tinkering again. Trent, remember that nice run you made the Buck pull off? I'm going to pick on him. I know he's watching. I'm just picking on you, buddy. I know your passes are coming this year. So, Light Pro was next up.
So I saw these results.
Yeah,
I know it's coming.
But Adam Diaz's tractor is actually driven by Jeff Michelacci, however you pronounce his last name. I always Michelacci. Okay.
Yep, you got it.
It's Michelacci. So, and by the way, his daughter and I'm going to call him his crew chief.
Yeah.
Just had a baby.
I was going to say congratulations are in order there.
Congratulations, and Jeff is a grandpa, and grandpa had one heck of a night in the driver's seat here, taking the win with the Whiskey Business tractor at 354.45. And he drove his tractor to the runner-up spot, the Demented Internet Case IH, at 315 and 7. Third was Kevin Utt with Rolling Thunder at 299.53. Fourth was Howard Meredith Jr. with the Meredith's Agitator at 294.36. And Hot Stuff Jeff Kohick, if you will, with the Screaming Eagle case was at 256 and 2. And I say that because Jeff had a nice little fire at the end of his run. But
yeah, I seen he posted a video of that. I was like, "Ooh!"
Yeah, I'll be releasing this one soon. I don't know how soon. That'll probably be the next class that goes live on YouTube soon. I'm not sure when soon. I got a really busy schedule. I mean, it's crazy. Next couple weeks. The final class up was Kendra's favorite, and that was
I don't play favorites.
No, not at all.
Not officially.
Yeah, the 7,800-pound East Coast diesel, Pro Stock diesel, four-wheel drive trucks, and taking the win was Carl Ankowicz with the Living on the Edge Dodge at 335.01. Second was John Mans with the Crazy X at 334.45. Third was Torrance Reed, all the way from Vermont, with a 3.0 smoothbore truck at 295.41.
Wah, wah.
Running out the class was Norman Newswanger with Chapter 11 at 106.53 with a broke axle. But
whoops,
some guys were missing. I know at least one or two of them are still waiting on their engines. So it's not like we've had guys quit on us. We just
not quite ready yet.
Let's blame it on COVID. Anyway, Carl Ankowicz put a late model body on his truck, and
I saw that in the video. That
quite sure of the color. Man, it's sharp. It's really pretty because it just accentuates that chassis color he's got on there and everything. It's nice job, Carl. You guys got that truck looking really sharp, man.
Well, is he going to keep it the plain color, or is he going to get it wrapped again?
I do not know. I didn't ask. I just told him it looks good. It does, in my opinion. It's sometimes it doesn't hurt to just everything. I mean, the weight box has got the name of the truck on it and everything. So maybe just I don't know.
Guess we'll see.
I guess we will.
To be determined.
To be determined. And let's see. I already covered the fact that unfortunately, Boonsboro's canceled for May 29th. And while I'm into East Coast pro pulling stuff, Kevin Utt, I had a conversation with Kevin Utt, Rolling Sunshine, as I like to call him.
That's a good one.
Yes, also has working headlights. But Mike Walker, he brings up a good point. But I know there's a couple of finish line flaggers that don't care for that. So, but we'll see that's up to them. But if any East Coast Pro Pulling competitors that are going to be going to Kempton, any shows at Kempton, we're there twice this year, and each
2
Each
events
show
each
has
time.
2
Yeah.
events. There's a Friday night and a Saturday night. The traffic getting in that place gets extremely busy. So Kevin asked me to start now, even at drivers' meetings and whatever, to remind pullers, please try to be in the pits and parked by 5 p.m. each day before you get caught out in that traffic and trying to get in that place. So, and I told him, I said, that's a great problem to have. He says, it's not a great problem for the pullers. So,
which I can vouch for that. We as Forester pulling team even left early and sat in traffic for 45 minutes and ended up being late. Like we got there 45 minutes before showtime. I know.
Forester and early in the same sentence. Just
well, it was Corey, not Jason.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yep, we left. Thought we'll get there an hour early. Ended up getting there like at 5:15 and sat in traffic until 6 o'clock. So
yeah. So
I can vouch for it. It is crazy to get in there.
Yeah, starting
again, good problem to have, but
yes, yeah. So starting now, I'm going to keep hammering on you. Their event is coming up. The first one.
It's in June, isn't it?
June 18th, June 18th and June 19th, guys, gals. 5 p.m. Kevin would like you guys in on the grounds, parked, ready to go. You know, just off the road, out of traffic by 5 p.m. He said after that, man, it's a mess. So, hi, Brian Morrison. Brian Morrison's got a tractor, by the way.
Are we allowed to talk about that now?
He's so invested. I didn't see it until after the fact last week. He says, everybody knows JR. So, anyway, he bought Ray Belak's 1206. So
that's awesome.
Yes.
That was a good running tractor.
Yep. Was.
Until it blew up. But
anyway, we look forward to Brian coming out with that. So
hey, that's the perfect time to buy a tractor when it's blown up. Smart man.
I'm sure Ray's doing some.
Oh, I'm sure, yeah.
But anyway,
Ray wouldn't have done that. So
no, I know, no way. But yeah, just keep that in mind, guys and gals that are going to the Kempton, Pennsylvania shows. Please, on the grounds before 5 p.m. At the latest by 5 p.m. to avoid the rush. So, let me see. And real quick, then I'm going to turn it over to you so I can take a break.
Okay.
Because I got a lot of Delmarva stuff to go over. But the Mason-Dixon truck pulls, we also have tractors in there too, occasionally. As soon as I find my paper. June 14th, July 16th, and September 17th are the 3 dates for the Mason-Dixon truck pull events. It's a Clark Oatman says, "Well, I blow mine up."
Yeah,
his is updated. That's a component. So
yeah,
maybe he'll buy a new telephone. I'm just kidding. But anyway, you should see the telephone he still uses.
I used to get on Guy Gokenhire about that all the time. Yeah, that man had a Nokia.
Yeah.
Oh my! Yeah, I'm not even talking a flip phone. I'm talking the Nokia, like looks like your house phone.
Oh, wow.
I'm like, come on, man. Let's get with a little bit with the times here.
But and we'll be talking about those events as they come up here soon. So that's Mason-Dixon truck pulls. I know there was somebody, and I got to get on Facebook, didn't answer that person, but we're getting ready to have a meeting in the next couple of weeks. I think it's next week up at the fire hall. So June 14th, July 16th, and September 17th. And that's usually a Friday night before the buck, each one of them. So, yep. Anyway, I'll look into that. Don't look like it interferes with anything. So, yep. Okay. So anyway, for now, Kendra, I'm going to turn it over to you. I know you got lots to talk about. And
I do. So on the interstate side of things, well, anybody on Facebook or Pull Off or anything tractor pulling related on the interwebs already knows what happened at Boonsboro, but we will get to that in a minute. The first thing I'm going to go over is we also had a pool down at Jefferson County. There was only 2 interstate classes there, and unfortunately, I don't have full results for that pool. I know. Shame on me, Miss Interstate. I know. Listen, I can't set the standards too high this early in the pooling season.
Oh, my goodness. Here we go.
That's what I tell the guys all the time. I can't set the standards too high this early on. Anyway, so I do have one class worth of results that was posted on the Interstate website, the 6,000 Classics. I unfortunately don't know what happened there. But it looks like we had 8 trucks show up for the 6200 street class. Taking first place was Jason McGackey with the show time at 3:48.09. Second place was Donald Mongold with 1 shot at 3:44.27. Yeah. Third place was Cooper Guffrey with the buckshot at 3:38.04. Fourth place was Jamie Griffith with Sassy at 3:20.72. Fifth place was Gary Parsons with the Dirt Dynasty at 2:87.15.
Wow, there's a name I haven't heard in a while. Gary Parsons. How about that?
Sixth place was Josh Sensendiver with Nasty Addictions at 2:64.11. Seventh place was Bucky Engel Sr. with his Ford at 1:08.52. And looks like Bobby Harlow with the Linville Shaker just bumped the sled at 1.8 feet. But hey,
there's a lot of names in that.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
Yeah, it's awesome to see that class coming back. That class kind of died off there for a little bit, and now they're making their comeback, which is what we like to see as promoters, as a club, as everything. So now we'll jump on over to Boonsboro, which I was there, and it was, anybody who's friends with me on Facebook said, I like to get into some normalcy, but it was so much more than normal because there was people there that you never see there. Like Tom Street, he came up from Woodstock, and it's like, what are you doing here? And I was like, man, it's been a long time since there's been pulling when people from Woodstock are driving up just to watch. But hey, we'll bring them any day of the week. So
he came over to is it 2019? 2018 or 2019, he came over to our Luray event.
Mm-hmm.
And gosh, we talked for hours.
Yeah. Yep. Great to see him. He brought his son up. So it was awesome. Seeing a lot of people there that you haven't seen in years. Boonsboro is my hometown pool. And by hometown, I mean I was born less than a mile away from the place. So it doesn't get much closer to home. And there was people there who haven't been to pools in years. So it was great to see that for the promoters, the old organization there that puts that on. Anyway, also had a great turnout of vehicles. I printed it out. Let me see. They had
shouldn't have printed it out.
I know. Now I just don't know where stuff is. They had 12 farm stock pullers, and I heard people from Ruckersville, Virginia, all the way up into northern Pennsylvania. So even the farm stock guys were coming out of the woodwork, which is awesome. But we'll just go over the interstate vehicles. The first class that pulled was the 4,500 small block trucks. Taking first place was Travis Utzi with the Stomper at 3:17.75. Second place was Denny Stoner with Making Tracks at 3:15.19. Third place was Sam Hassler with the Junkyard Dog at 3:05.61. Fourth place was Jared Stoner with his 1979 Ford at 3:05.48. Fifth place was Ryan Barner with the Mountain Maniac at 3:04.46. Next up was Chris Utzi with the One Bad Bow Tie at 300 feet and 0.55. And then lost count there. Seventh place was Denny Shives with the Alcohol Abuse at 300.02. Then came Tyler Shives with the Bootlegger at 296.32. And rounding out the class was Austin Stoner with the Analyze This 291.93. The next class, which was not necessarily a points class yet, but it is the new class that's coming out, was our two-wheel drive class. Taking first place was Ian Ericker with the Village Idiots at 292.87. I know, I love that name. Big time story behind that. It's good times.
I'm sure.
Second place was Eddie Ocker doing the driving for Jason Forrester with the 8-up at 281.35. Third place was Dale Forrester with the Bandit at 279.59. And fourth place was Andy Forrester with Turn Back the Clock at 255.94. And I got to watch these guys in Florida all winter long. And I tell you what, they put on an even better show up here with the good clay dirt and everything like that. It's going to be a really exciting class to watch through this coming summer.
How many trucks do they have?
So there was 4 trucks there that night. Mm-hmm. And we know of at least 2 more that are almost ready and 2 more that are in the process. So by the end of the year, they're hoping to have 8 trucks, which that's a great class.
Yeah.
Especially if they're all consistently there. The next class we'll go over was the 7800 Modifieds. And I tell you what, Ian Ericker had a good night. He took the win also with his Unstable Modified at 310.04. Second place was Ricky Blizzard with the Barely Affordable at 3:04. Third place, back in the seat, she took it back away from her mom, was Amber Blizzard with the Unaffordable at 284.09. Fourth place was Andy Forrester with the Boss 9 at 279.02. Fifth place was Courtney Robinson with the Phony Farmer at 274.91. Then sixth place was Kevin Stauffer with the Rough and Ready at 271.47. Seventh place was Kirsty Robinson with the Phony 2. Eighth place was Rod Harnett with the Agitator. He unfortunately went out of bounds. And then ninth place, I don't know if you knew about this, Jason Michael, who normally pilots the Unleashed Light Limited, actually purchased the old Sparky Modified and has now named it Untamed. And he was test puller and blew it out the gate. So they reset the sled on him. And unfortunately, he was unable to come back, had some fuel issues. So not a great way to start his season, but he's looking forward to it. So yeah, I knew that there was discussion of it. And then I showed up at the pool and I was like, and he's like, surprise. So, but that was a really good class. Really good to see all those guys back out this year.
Yeah, it's good.
Oh, hey, Justin. We missed you there at the Ag Center. Missed a good show. So, now we will discuss the Mod Turbo class. For the pit crew leader of the Z team, it was a great night. Unfortunately, Jimmy had some mishaps with his frame. There's a lot of speculation about what caused it, what went wrong, whose fault it was. And I kind of joked. I was like, I need to stop being so close to the track because, I was right there when the event happened at Two Top, and Vern was the next tractor to go. So I was standing just out of frame in all the videos of Jimmy's accident. I'm like, I'm done. I'm just going to go back and stand by the trailer from now on. But things could have been so much worse. And the funny thing is,
it was early on in the run.
That is exactly what all of us said. Luckily, it happened 10 feet away from the starting line instead of at 200 foot when he was going 30 miles an hour and the sled couldn't get stopped, or you name it, it could have happened. Yeah. So very, very fortunate. Jimmy handled it well. By the time I got up to him there, he went to undo his seatbelt and he's like, oh wait, probably shouldn't do that. So at least he was joking at that Because I mean, he was propped up there pretty good, and he's like, "Oh wait, I'm about to face plant if I let go of this seatbelt." So,
wow.
Yeah, it was definitely, it was scary to watch it. Actually, it wasn't really scary because it almost happened like in slow motion. Everybody kind of said that it was like you saw it happening and you wanted to say no, but you can't because everything's already going. And it's like Jimmy said, he's like, just at the time I think, wow, this is going great, it stopped. He's like, where's my front tires? So anyway, that's enough about that. So Mr. Vern Zerby took first, second, and third place. Z Unit was 348.48. Second was Dr. LZ with 330.25. And third place went to OOZ at 319.33. And actually, Jason drove OOZ for Vern that night.
There was a lot of joking I saw a couple of jokes on Facebook. I was going to reply, Jason Winkle, Jason Forrester, Jason who?
Jason Malott.
Jason Malott. Jason who?
That's true. Jason Forrester did the driving for Vern on the OOZ.
Gotcha.
Fourth place.
I kind of knew that, but
yeah. I mean, I don't know how with the bright blue Papa Smurf fire suit anybody who sees pictures or video would know, but fourth place went to Guy Gokenauer on the stress test. Guy said that he did just a couple little minor changes, and it has made tremendous strides in his tractor. So super happy for him with that. Fifth place went to the hometown boy of Steve Beckley with Up in Smoke. Sixth place was Adam House with Black and Blue at 289.21. Seventh place was Adam again on the blue unit at 277.59. Eighth place was Jason with the Papa Smurf, Jason Forrester with Papa Smurf, 258.98. Ninth place was Nathan Graham with the billet blue at 93 feet 38. Seems like he kind of had some issues with the clutch, but I was kind of farther back, but should be easy to fix. And then 10th place, cool little story with this one. So I was actually talking to Kevin or AJ, however you know him, Mr. Grove, who is the father of Dakota and Kyle, who share the driving duties of the Antrim Tantrum. And he said that one cool thing about COVID, don't usually hear that word a lot, or that phrase. Right. This was, for everybody who doesn't know, Antrim Tantrum is actually a mod turbo tractor that a lot of the career tech kids here at the local school actually help work and maintain on the pulling tractor. It's a cool little thing Antrim Diesel does. Kevin is the teacher of that class. And he said that because he only had 6 students this last semester, that they basically did everything but set the pistons in this engine.
Good. Awesome.
So he was really excited about that. And that's why he said he wanted to drive it, just because, he's like, I could probably hear something before one of the boys could. And again, unfortunately, he was the first puller. They did end up resetting the sled, and towards the end of the run, you could tell that there just wasn't something quite right. Threw some sparks out of the exhaust pipe. So they went back and kind of worked on it. And I just, with everything else that was going on, I didn't really get to see or hear what happened. But unfortunately, they only went 60 feet, 0.85 the second go around. And then Jimmy Williams with his 20 feet and then done. Rounded out the class. So.
And Jimmy can still talk about it. So.
Oh yeah, he's 110% about it.
Yep.
What probably saves them is they don't get on the Facebook and pull off and see all that's going around about it.
I haven't. I saw a couple things on Facebook. I am guilty, if you want to say guilty. I don't really look at those other message boards anymore. I go to
Yeah.
mine daily, multiple times daily, make sure everything's okay.
Mhm.
I mean, it's slow, but
Yeah.
it still gets a lot of hits. People just don't post,
Mhm.
but we do get a lot of hits on the board itself. But social media has really uh, calmed the boards down in some respect. I mean, I
Mhm.
know there's still a couple of websites that still have a very popular message board, but and it just, I guess I just got tired of it, you know.
And the sad thing is everybody is probably right in some piece of the puzzle. I mean, how many years has Green Max been around? You know, at least 10, if
Yep,
not more.
the two retractors have been around longer than that.
Yeah, I know Green Max was kind of here, there, like
Yeah,
went
yeah.
away, was kind of on the back burner.
Hmm.
You know, it's seen some wild rides. It's seen a lot of rides. You know, it has a lot of weight out on the front of the tractor. I think I counted like 11 or 12 weights. So, yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
it'd be interesting to see exactly what fatigued or um, if it's discussed publicly,
mhm,
uh, what the problem really was. You know, something to look for
yeah.
other pullers to say, "Hey, you know,
Yeah, and you know, all the pullers were there standing around and, you know, it's like they said, who can honestly say they check their frame after every run, looking
right,
for cracks and, you know, sure if you know you're there working on the engine, you kind of take a look at it, but and any puller out there that does, great for you, but I don't know any puller that does.
I'm
There's probably
sure
some more now.
I'm sure there's some that check out general locations
Yeah.
of their vehicle, but you know, I mean, it's not just there. I mean, it's you got,
Yeah.
you know, there's a lot to look at, but yeah,
Yep.
nobody. I can
Yeah.
guarantee you, probably nobody,
You know,
unless
there's
you've
plenty
taken
of
a wild
pullers.
ride or something.
Yeah, exactly. And you know, he was down in Florida, didn't have any real wild and crazy rides down there.
Hmm.
Um, you know, I don't remember him having any. It was just time. You know what I mean? Something probably happened multiple pulls ago and
Yeah.
it just happened. You know, it all the safety stuff worked like should have as
Hmm.
soon as, you know, cuz there at the beginning the engine was still running when it was all falling apart. Like you could actually look down and watch him pull the kill. Like I was like, how's the engine still running? And then I was like, well, I guess it didn't really, the engine never actually hit the ground
Right.
because when the front wheels folded under, it kind of just sat down on top of it.
Correct. Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, like,
It's crazy. You know.
oh yeah,
That,
it could have been so much worse. And
exactly. If given the set of circumstances,
yep.
what it could have been. You know. It's sad it happened, but it happened, and
And me, I'm just over here trying to be positive Patty and be like, yay, he's okay. You know, yay, the engine was still running. And I'm like, but
yeah.
that's just me as a person. You know, I try not to think about all the negatives because there's enough negative in this
Sure.
world.
Yeah. There is. You're right. You're right. But you know, glad he's okay, and
Yep.
you know, repairs
But
can be made. So.
yep, I do want to plug up our next couple events here for
Mhm.
Interstate. Here on May the 22nd, we're going to be at the Monalto Volunteer Firegrounds. The 7,500 small block trucks, the 7,800 mods, the 11,000 hot farms, 7,700 light limiteds, the 9,500 farm stock class is going to have an 8 mile an hour speed limit on it. And then they're also going to be running the dirt drags that evening. Um, and then, of course, go ahead.
No, no, go ahead. It's
Oh.
like something's banging on the window here. Wait,
Oh.
squatch. I don't know what it was.
And then another reminder that Lorraine has canceled for the first Friday of June. June 4th, we will not be there this year. However, on June 5th at Two Top, they're in Mercersburg, Pennsylvania, going to have the 11,000 hot farms, the 10,000 pro farm, the 8500 mod turbo, the small block trucks, 2 classes of the 13,000 farm stock class, an 8-mile-an-hour limit and a 12-mile-an-hour limit, and then the 9500 farm stock class.
Yeah. I'm not. I'm just Sasquatch coming to get you.
Oh.
I don't know what it was. Cindy might be outside pranking me or something. I don't know. I doubt that. I don't know what it was. But anyway. Yeah, that's a shame for Jimmy, and I know they'll be back. Those boys are relentless. So.
Oh my golly, are they ever? There was actually kind of people joking around. The blue tractor, it actually was hauled there with Papa Smurf. It came all the way home from Florida with Forester Pulling Team. So they're like, oh, it just got pissed off because it rode home in a blue trailer, blah, blah, blah. Like, well, it rides around with red tractors, so.
Well, that's different now.
That's different. So we just kind of joked with him that it was neglected and got mad at him, but of course that has absolutely nothing to do with it. So.
Unfortunate set of circumstances. So.
Yep.
And I got corrected. I made a mistake. The first Delta event is June 4th, not the 14th. June 4th. So. Whoever.
Well, there's your one mistake.
Yeah. More coming. Stay tuned. It's when I get a message over here when I read. It says Facebook user. I don't know who it is until I go back later to Facebook and see who it is. But
yeah.
Thanks for the heads up.
Do you want me to go ahead and talk about the Snyder County event quick, or
yeah.
Okay? I wasn't sure if you wanted to hit Delmarva or how you wanted to play that.
Go ahead.
Okay. So there will be a tractor pull coming up this weekend. The Central PA Tractor Pullers Association is putting on an event with Snyder County. Snyder County is going to have 2 points hooks there. It's going to be, like I said, this Saturday, May 8th, starting at 6 p.m. Looks like, like the print's tiny, so I have to get down and look at it. Admission is $10. Kids 12 and under are going to be free. Big long list of classes. 11.5 Hut Farm, the 6,500 small block gas 4x4s, 8,500 pound Wild Street, the 12,000 pound enhanced farm class, the 8,000 pound 2.6 smoothbore diesel trucks, the 10.5 hot stock class, and the 6,500 big block class, a 10,000 pound open, and a 8,000 pound run what you brung truck class, as well as semis.
Wow.
So it is going to be a big night of pulling. What is that one?
I'll be in Delaware, but I do at this time have a guy going, hopefully still. He better. He told me he was going.
Yeah, looks like 10 full classes there at the Grange Fairgrounds there, Center Hall, Pennsylvania. Great track, great group of people. I'm sure it'll be a great show.
Absolutely. And that enhanced farm class for Snyder County is the old 13,000 farm stock. And that's a good class. That's a tough class.
And I think I've been seeing something about, if you haven't gotten, is it your...
Good, Joey. I'm glad to know that. That's the same answer I got too, but I've heard that before.
And I think hopefully Joey can answer. I know that there's something that changed in the rules that the enhanced farm guys have to have in place before this pull. Was it something with the RPM limits or?
Well, they got to have ski bars on too, I believe.
Yeah. I know there was something they were posting all over on Facebook. So I know there's something, but I just don't know what it is. Hopefully Joey can chime in there.
I'm assuming Ty Purnell, you're going to Center Hall.
Probably.
Cool. Well, you keep your eye on the boy. As I call him.
Keep him in line, or try to.
RPM sensor. Okay.
Yep, there we go. But see, I knew it was something RPMs.
I think he was instituting some of the tractors are getting some pretty good ground speed now, and he was concerned about ski bars. Correct, Joey? So we need to get Joey on here again. Probably before. I know this is they got a 2-class event there, but probably before you guys cut loose, which
That's
I
June
don't have
5th,
their.
I believe. Yeah, June 5th is their first event
We'll
at
probably
Ceilings Grove. Yeah.
we'll probably get him on here and he can go over some stuff. But that's great. I just hope the weather holds out for everybody and we have a good weekend of pulling. This past weekend, actually, there was a couple of cancellations. I think Friday was a Friday that Berryville was rained out or something. This is
Somewhere in North
Dragon
Carolina.
Motorsports.
Yeah.
Dragon Motorsports. And then, Elizabeth City, North Carolina was canceled for the unfortunate events going on there. So I'm sure it'll be rescheduled. But it probably already has. I don't know what the date is. But, and I know Berryville was rescheduled too. So,
I just flipped back over, and Steiner County is also at the Beast of the East on May 22nd. So they do have another event before.
And I will be at Beast of the East. So, yep. Hi, Clint. You ready to go to work again? I know you was probably working this past Saturday. So I did talk to Mike. Are you done? I'm sorry.
I am all finished. The floor is all yours.
Okay. I'm going to make it quick. But anyway, the Buck. I talked to Mike, and they had a good crowd. Very happy. And they have an event this Saturday. So I'm sitting too close to that. When I do that, I get excuse me, but struggling with new glasses here. Hold on. Their Spring Jamboree of the Diesel Powerfest series, Diesel Pickup Powerfest series. Street legal sled pulling, side-by-side drag racing, and then they also have the Outlaw Street, Modified Street, Pro Modified sled pulling classes, and a Best Appearing contest, Ford GM Dodge contest. Sponsored by Providence Autos, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram trucks. And this has been something that Buck has been running for many years now, and it's a super cool event. That's Diesel Powerfest series. So, and again, I have plans out of town, so I can't attend any of them this weekend. But gotta keep family happy.
How dare you? No, I'm just kidding.
That's why I try to hire help. So, but that's going on for the Buck, and I'm sure this. Oh, we also East Coast will be there, May 15th, and that's actually going to be the next hook for East Coast Pro Pulling. Will be May 15th at the Buck, 7 p.m. The Super Stock Pro Stock tractors, the modified four-wheel drive trucks, the multi-engine modified tractors, and the limited pro stock semis, or Mike likes to call them the pro modified semis. So it's fine. Same difference.
Hey, yeah.
And that'll be sponsored by Simpico Oil. But that's East Coast finally back at the Buck. So May 15th. Again, the 29th is canceled. And we'll wait for June. We won't talk about June yet. Also, real quick, the all-new
the suspense.
It comes with age. You don't understand.
No, it's just say you're building a suspense.
I'm building the suspense right here. You have no idea, and it's gone. Full Pull Productions, now owned by Richard Love, they have an event May 29th at Westmoreland, and I'll dig up some more information on that. And we're actually going to have Richard come in for a short period of time in the next couple of weeks before the event. So we're going to have him on and talk about his new ownership. Rick Fike has retired, and Richard Love stepped up and bought the business. And not only will he be a sled owner now, he's going to be a promoter. So him and his wife Amy. So we're looking forward to that. But the information, I'll get some more. I got to do some more digging here, but I have it here. I have it here.
I tell you what, I've always enjoyed going out to Westmoreland. We've pulled there at least twice, maybe 3 times.
Okay.
Hitting is not great because you're literally on the side of a hill, but the track is great. The crowd is awesome. I've always enjoyed it. And we always do well there, so that always helps. So.
Absolutely. And that's okay. May 29th at 7 p.m., they're going to have the Limited Pro Super Farm Smoker Tractors, the Limited Pro Diesel 4-wheel drive trucks, the Run What You Brung 4x4 trucks, many modifieds. As you know, Richard has a mini sled, and what he's calling the Triple Crown Diesel 4x4. So that sounds like a fantastic show to open up their season. That's Saturday, May 29th at 7 p.m., and that's at the Westmoreland Fairgrounds on 123 Blue Ribbon Lane in Greensboro, Pennsylvania. Make the trip. Put it on your to-do list. It's a neat facility.
Now that Boonsboro is canceled, maybe I'll make the trip.
Ding, 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 ding. Don't worry, the gears are turning. So
yeah, I'm like,
let's see what I can arrange.
Yeah.
But
I know Tanner's been out there before because he's announced out there.
Don't give him no ideas about announcing.
Just saying, I know he knows his way.
I've been to Westmoreland several times. So I know how to get there. So, but anyway, we had a nice pool Sunday. Had beautiful weather, a little bit of pollen, but we got through it. But Delmarva tractor pullers, and I hope some of them are watching. But they've been a great group of guys to work with, guys and gals, and I've enjoyed working with them since October of last year. So some of these classes only had one tractor in them, so I'm just what time is it? I got time.
Here we go.
I'm not going to announce the division. I'm just going to give you the weight in mile per hour and the people's names. So
there you go.
We started the day off with the 3,000 pound, 3.5 mile per hour. We were screaming. Only kidding, guys. Wendy Bradley took the win with a 1948 Alice Chalmers WC at 198.05. The next class was the 3,500 pound, 3.5 mile per hour was Wendy Bradley with the 48 Alice Chalmers WC, the same tractor, with 309.06. Okay, then we went to the 4,000 pound, 3.5 mile per hour, and the winner was Richard McIntyre III with a 58 Oliver 770 at 3:15.99. Second was George Bradley with the 59 Alice Chalmers D17 at 3:15.23. Third was Trey Giselle with the Farmall 350 at 2:99.16. And fourth was Wendy Bradley again. She's popular.
Say.
With her Alice Chalmers WC at 2:38.08. And then we go to the 4,000 pound, 6 mile per hour. And the winner was George Bradley with an Alice Chalmers D17. A lot of orange tractors. Going pretty good. At 2:69.31. Second was Richard McIntyre III with the 58 Oliver 770 at 2:46.85. 2:46.85. And third was Trey Giselle. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. If not, yell at Richard McIntyre Jr. because he's the one that pronounced it for me. So. This
that sounds right.
At 2:34.59. That's page 1. Okay, here we go. 4,500 pound, 3.5 mile per hour winner, Richard McIntyre III. You're going to hear that a lot. The Oliver 770 at 291.70. Second was Roger Giselle with the Super M at 266.50. Third, George Bradley with a D17 Alice Chalmers at 261.62. Fourth, Trey Giselle with a Farmall 350. Okay, 231.09. And fifth was Richard Bradley with a 48 Alice Chalmers WC at 225.23. 4,500 3.5 mile per hour. The winner was Richard Bradley with a WC Alice Chalmers at 222.56. 4,500 pound, 6 mile per hour winner Joe McIntyre. You're going to hear that McIntyre name a lot. Did I ever tell you? Never mind. I won't say nothing yet. But anyway, Joe McIntyre with his 1950 Farmwell 460. Well, I don't really know Joe like I know his brother. So,
okay.
I assume they're brothers. If I got that wrong, I'm sorry. But nah, not yet. But I'm going to hit him with a Hollywood soon. But anyway, with his 50 Farmall 460 at 3:04.87. Second was Matthew Jones with his 61 Farmall 460 at 294.67. Third, Richard McIntyre III, Oliver 770. I told you you're going to hear that name a lot.
Yeah.
At 290.86. And Fourth, David Jones with an Oliver 880 at 289.87. And fifth, Roger Giselle with the Super M. Too close to my mic again. At 277.99. 4,500 pound, 8 mile per hour. The winner was, don't laugh at me. Matthew Jones took the win with his Farmall 460 at 309.67. Second was Lawrence Heyman with his 56 Farmall 460 called Dollars and No Cents at 304.19. You gotta love Lawrence.
I like that.
Anything he wants. Trust me. Lawrence is a good guy. And actually, Lawrence is the owner of the Bulls Binder that won the 466 Hot Farm. So
that's what I was going to say. Wait a second. I heard that name earlier.
Yeah, his nephew Doug was winning it. So, and third in this particular class was that was 4,500 8 mile per hour, and that was David Jones at 288.96 was third. Next page. Told you we got a lot. They pull a lot of classes, but they're quick. Yeah. Once they get going, man, it goes on pretty good. 4,500 pound 12 mile per hour winner, Lawrence Heyman, with his Dollars and No Cents at 365.33. But I have to add the DQ. It's
good too fast.
He was only tractor in the class.
Oh man!
But anyway, he come out was rolling pretty good, and the horn honk. He just laid on it and went. Man, I laughed.
I mean, why not?
I couldn't wait to click that camera off to start laughing, man. It was hilarious. That horn blew and he just nailed it.
Why wouldn't you?
What did they have to lose?
Yeah. You're already disqualified. What are they going to do?
That's right. Next was a 5,000 pound 3.5 mile per hour. Richard Bradley took that win with his WC Alice Chalmers at 223.32. It's coffee, I promise. 5,000 pound 3.5 mile per hour winner Roger Giselle with the Super M at 299.39. Second was Joe McIntyre. We'll call him Little Hollywood. 294.82. Third was George Bradley with his D17 Alice Chalmers at 284.92. Fourth, Richard McIntyre the third with the Oliver 770, 284.77. Close competition there. And fifth was Trey Giselle with a Farmall 350 at 267.18. And next is the class I will be posting tonight on our YouTube channel. Is the 3,000 pound 6 mile per hour. Taking the win, Joe McIntyre with a Farmall 460 at 327.79. Second was David Jones with the Oliver 880 at 310.51. Third, Matthew Jones, 306.70, Farmall 460. Fourth, they call him Rick McIntyre on here, but it's actually, we call him it's Richard McIntyre Sr., okay? They call him Rick on here. It's 49 Farmall M, which had some disaster coming shortly here. At 302.21. Fifth was Mr. Hollywood himself, Richard McIntyre Jr. with his all-new Farmall Super NTA at 301.75. And sixth was Roger Giselle with the Farmall 460 at 287.51. They just purchased that tractor from Lawrence Heyman that morning. So,
well, wow.
Those were maiden voyages for Richard. So, yeah.
Cool. That's awesome.
I'm sure he was a happy kid with a new toy. So,
yep.
Wait, kind of a kid, but he's not a kid. Okay. 5,000 pound 8 mile per hour. Richard McIntyre Sr. took the win with his Farmall M at 339.82. Second was Richard McIntyre Jr. with the Farmall Super MTA at 318.88. Third, Lawrence Heyman with the Farmall 460 at 316.98. And fourth was Joe McIntyre with the Farmall 460 at 313.55. Okay. 5,000 pound, 12 mile per hour. Lawrence Heyman, Dollars and No Cents, taking the win at 296.65. Second, Joe McIntyre at 216.86, Farmall 460. Third was Joe McIntyre on Seniors Farmall M at 175.66. And unfortunately, that run ended at 175.66 with a broke crank. So, unfortunate for them. Bought a tractor that morning, and we got some wrenching to do. Those guys, we'll see. They got they got a lot of toys, but
yeah.
That's a nice tractor too. It runs good. Hopefully we can get that one back on the track soon. So, Mr. Henry, 5,500 pound, 3.5 mile per hour. Olin Simpkins took the win with a D19 Alice Chalmers at 275.18. Olin, you got to win. You were the only one in the class.
Hey, doesn't matter. You got the win.
I'm going to pay for that, by the way, too. I know.
Yeah.
He's sneaky. You gotta watch
first place is first place, whether there's one tractor or 100.
You bet. He'll be on with us sometime, some soon too. So
good.
That's another story to tell when the time's ready. But 5,500 pound, 3.5 mile per hour. Joe McIntyre, 294 and 14. So yes, there's a lot of McIntyres at full. 5,500 pounds, 6 mile per hour. First, Roger Gazelle. It's Gessell. It's Gsell. So if I'm pronouncing it wrong, I apologize. Farmall 460 took the win, 213.27. Second was Joe McIntyre, Farmall 460 at 211.14. Third, David Jones, Oliver 880 at 208.78. Fourth, Matthew Jones, Farmall 460 at 207.64. Fifth was Olin Simpkins with the D19 Alice Chalmers at 205.05. And sixth place was Luke. You ready for this? Luke Gladhill.
Really?
Luke Gladhill with a 1938 John Deere G, right down the road from Boonsboro, if you will.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah.
And he was at 203.45. And seventh was Richard McIntyre Jr. or Hollywood, if you want to call him that. Is Farmall Super MTA at 202.69. And next up was the money class, the 5,750 pound, 7 mile per hour. And Matthew Jones took that money class win with his Farmall 460 at 225.53. Second was Luke Gladhill at 215.18. Third, Joe McIntyre with his Farmall 460 at 210.76. See, fourth was Olin Simpkins with D19 Alice Chalmers at 192.94. Fifth was David Jones with an Oliver 880, 188.07. And sixth was Bobby Greenlee with his International 560 at 186.09. 6,000 pounds, 3 point. We're getting there. We're almost got it wrapped up. 6,000 pounds, 3.5 mile per hour. Oh, come on now. Our fists drop down. Come on, guys. These guys count too. I know I'm boring to listen to, but these guys count too, man. This is important stuff. Anyway, before I go any further, like, subscribe, share, hit the notifications bell, and thumbs up, man. Thumbs down. If we upset you in some way or another, let us know. But thumbs up goes a long way. YouTube likes to see that. It helps us grow. So we appreciate it if you do that for us. 6,000 pound, 3.5 mile per hour. Winner. Are you kidding me? With more than one tractor in the class, the winner was Olin Simpkins. Richard, you owe me. Just so you know, you owe me. Olin Simpkins took the win with Alice Chalmers D19 at 205.43. Second was Roger Gazelle with the Farmall 460 at 201.62. And third, Bobby Greenlee with Amanda George driving at 191.80 with a Farmall 560. And Amanda, thank you for all you do too. She's the one that kindly brought these down at the beginning, and she's a super nice person. If I need a result or I have a question or something, she's pretty quick about answering on Facebook for me, and I really appreciate that. So, 6,000, 3.5 mile per hour. Joe McIntyre, 201.02 with a Farmall 460. 6,000 pounds, 6 mile per hour. Taking the win, Joe McIntyre, 220.89. Second was Luke Gladhill with his 38 John Deere G at 220.81. Third, David Jones, Oliver 880, 216.24. Fourth, Bobby Greenlee, Farmall 560, 194.54. Fifth, Richard McIntyre Jr., Farmall Super MTA with 194.47. Sixth, Olin Simpkins, 188.53. Seventh, Matthew Wenzel with a Farmall 560 from New Jersey, 172.31. So, 6,000 pound, 8 mile per hour, Bobby Greenlee, 213.73. 6,500 pound, 3.5 mile per hour, Richard Bradley, 180.38. And we're down to the last 2 pages. Here we go. Drink a coffee first. Say something. Say hi. Say hey. Klub Kendra, just fill us in on something.
I guess Klub Kendra checked out, man. It's disappointing. I like people making fun of you and calling you out on the coffee not really being coffee.
I didn't see any of that. Where was that at?
The last Facebook user, the sure it is when you said that it was coffee, I promise.
It is. 6,000 pounds, 6 mile per hour. The winner, Olin Simpkins. Alice Chalmers, D19, 2:14.57. Second was Matthew Wenzel with a farm off 460 at 2:04.37. 7,500 pound, 3.5 mile per hour. Richard Bradley, 187.39. Okay. 8,500 pound, 3.5 mile per hour. You know, we're starting to get up to big weights here now.
Yeah.
Winner, Marty Gladhill with a 59 John Deere 730. 239.62. Second was Larry Gobley with a 57 John Deere 720 at 229.34. Third was Richard Bradley with a D19 Alice Chalmers, 195.91. 8,500 pound, 12 mile per hour. First place. See if anybody knows this name. Jeff Mitchell. Jeff Mitchell with an Oliver 1850 at 3:14.54. Second was Matthew Wenzel at 266.42, and that was also an Oliver. I didn't write down the model number. I'm sorry.
Just an Oliver.
It was a pretty one. Now, I mean,
watch the video to see what model it is. There you go.
Yeah, eventually. Yeah. Anyway, Jeff Mitchell, I know. I sold. He's old man shoes. Thanks, Tyler. But Jeff Mitchell, if you go back to modified tractors, late 70s, Detroit horsepower, had a V8 Detroit called the Blue Hen out of Delaware. That's Jeff Mitchell's now.
Oh, okay.
Pulling
I recognize the name of the tractor.
Pulling an Oliver's 1850 now. Okay, 9,500 pound, 3.5 mile per hour. The winner, Marty Gladhill, 279.52. Second was Larry Gobley at 222.03. And to round it all out, 9,500 pound, 12 mile per hour. The winner, Jeff Mitchell, again, with his Oliver 1850 at 333.50. And second was Matt Wenzel at 291.93 with his Oliver. So, pretty. I mean, there's more pullers that they have usually show up at their event, but I thought it was well represented. And once we got rolling, man, we rolled.
Sounds like people traveled.
Yes, we had some
come out. That's awesome.
A lot of them are local, but to that area. But yeah, it was a good time.
Well, even the Gladhills, that's a bit of a hike for them on a Sunday afternoon. So
that's 2 pools that I've been there in a row that they've been to.
That's awesome.
In various different tractors, but yeah, the Gladhills have been down there twice now.
That's great.
2 of the 3 or 4 times that I've been there with them. So,
man, what a first weekend of pulling.
Yeah. I mean,
what are we in for the rest of the season?
We did it all in an hour and 9 minutes too.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully no more cancellations would be nice. But,
hopefully no more tractors falling apart.
Yeah, well, that too. They are mechanical.
I'd be okay with that.
Yeah. Anything can happen.
Yep.
But again, this weekend at the Buck, if you like diesel trucks, man, that's the place to be. 7 p.m. So diesel pickup Power Fest Series, the Spring Jamboree, and East Coast will be there next Saturday night. East Coast Pro Pulling with some good classes. So, whew, I'm talked out.
Out of breath?
No, I'm not out of breath. Just talked out. But,
yep. And
again, Delta, I mispronounced the first date is June 4th. I almost said 14th again, June 4th. July 16th and September 19th. And by all means, guys, gals that are going to Kempton, I'll say it again, be on the grounds by 5 p.m. at the latest. So
Get there early. Yep.
To avoid the crowd. And May 29th, Saturday, May 29th, 7 p.m., Westmoreland Fairgrounds. Full Pool Productions. Go check out their website, fullpoolproductions.com, to get their full schedule. And gates open at 4 p.m. Adults is $15. Kids under 12 are 10. And concession stands will be open. And great lineup of classes. The Limited Pro Super Farm Smoker Tractors, the Limited Pro Diesel Trucks, Run What You Brung 4x4 trucks, many modifieds, and the what's called a Triple Crown Diesel 4x4. So I'm sure we're forgetting something. If we do, I apologize.
Center Hall this Saturday.
Center Hall this Saturday. Yes. That's your job.
Almost forgot. Hey, I remembered. We are still live, and I remembered.
Yep. Okay, and Clint's telling us to get to the Buck early. Traffic was backed up last Saturday to get in there. Come on.
I have a feeling that's going to be a common problem this year.
I'm happy.
Yep, it's great. It is a great problem to have.
All promoters should do well this year,
mm-hmm.
barring any restrictions and regulations, obviously.
Yep.
But, yeah, it's going to be great. So that's all I have, guys and gals. And next week, we may get Richard on next week.
That would be good. If I make it out to Center Hall this weekend, I'll try to have some results. If not, maybe Joey can send us some over. Or...
Tanner will have them, so I'm sure I'll get those. And,
that's true. Yeah.
So, spotlight's on you, Tanner.
I'm hoping I make it out. We'll see.
Yep. So, but we won't tie it up any longer. We're at an hour and 12 minutes, and we thank everybody for joining in. And the good news is nobody was injured. We had a pretty big mishap at Boonsboro, but on the bright side,
he's good.
He's good, and he'll be pulling another day, believe me. So.
Yep, he's got another tractor. He's fine.
2 more. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. One breaks, you still got 2 to play. So
yeah, exactly.
So again, like, subscribe, share, thumbs up. We appreciate it. And in time, we'll see.
I think that a photographer at Boonsboro got a couple pictures of me, so we'll have to see. I'll keep you guys posted. I think they caught me and Pat Flaherty goofing off there alongside the track during the mud turbo class. So.
Well, that Tyler Purnell guy, you got watch him. He's sneaky.
Okay.
So. Yeah. He got one of me. I wasn't expecting it. So. And no, I'm not making a calendar of me. But anyway, all right, guys and gals. Kendra, I'll be right back. And thanks for tuning in, man. We'll be back here
next Wednesday.
Next Wednesday at 8 p.m. with some more results. And I'm thinking we'll probably pull Richard Love in here quick to talk about Full Pool Productions, his first upcoming pool, and see what his plans are, obviously, to have a successful pooling season. So we'll aggravate him for a little bit, maybe. We'll see. But and we will be doing a video show soon. I get questions. When are we going to do one? We will. It's coming. It's a really busy time right now. And I can pick an evening, and within an hour of choosing an evening, something comes up. So give me a couple weeks. We'll do some more video shows for sure. So I know Mike enjoys doing them with us. So, I can't guarantee you they'll be on a Wednesday night, but it might be another night. And there's just a lot of things coming up here for us. So possibly another show's in the works, believe it or not. But I don't want to get into anything else about that right now. So we'll see what happens. But till next Wednesday at 8 p.m., have fun, go pulling, support the events. The promoters need us, and we'll see you then. See ya. Where'd it go?
Maybe.